Good morning. My name's Steve Tackett. I'm here to introduce CarDealerships.com DealerLeads platform, the concept of math doesn't lie. I'd like to talk to you about your store. We are a founding member of the Automotive Standards Council, the ASC. Why does this matter to you? Every vendor was tracking results in a completely different manner. It was complete chaos. The ASC has created a unified system. We were using Google Analytics, an unbiased reporting platform, but with everybody tracking the metrics in a different way, it was still complete chaos. ASC organized everything. It's why we backed that program. For the past decade, you've been selling cars in the dark, essentially. With ASC, now the lights are on. Let's take a look at what it looks like. Today, we're going to focus on the DealerLeads platform. Think inventory everywhere kind of mindset. We're going to syndicate your new, used, and certified inventory to automotive classified sites. These classified sites are unique in nature because they're what's known as EMDs, exact match domain names. We own automotive real estate that matches what customers type into a browser when looking for a vehicle, specifically when they're at the bottom of the buying funnel. Our numbers back up that statement, ironclad. Think of 25 automotive classified sites doing nothing but working for your dealership every single day in your local market area, going out as far as you want, 35 miles, 50 miles, 60 miles. Think of classified sites that are dedicated to developing a territory that you're just not getting enough sales out of, yet you know that you can move iron in that zip code. Think of all of them only doing one thing, driving first-generation traffic directly to your website, where your own website is now generating first-generation leads, unshared with any dealer, completely exclusive to you. Let's take a look at those numbers and how we do this. This is our dashboard in CarDealerships.com on the DealerLeads platform. There are 24 classified sites shown here and one special one that I hold behind. I've redacted them just to pique your curiosity. But CarDealerships.com is very self-explanatory as to what a customer would find should they go to that site or type it directly into a browser. You'd be amazed at the 600,000 customers that type that exact phrase every month into Google alone. What about car dealers near me? You all have that phrase on your website. What if we used that website to your advantage to do nothing but drive traffic to your VDPs, your SRPs, and any other relevant section of your website? It's all automotive, all the time, evergreen assets that match user phrases with the domain name. It's behavioral targeting at its best. Let's take a look at our numbers. We'll start with a Chevy store. I'm going to burn through this quick. We're only going to focus on a few slides per store, the ones that matter most. Lead form completions, click to calls, click to chat, click to text, and some have a digital retailing element. The report there are two different reports. One is the month of April alone, and then we've added the last quarter to the April report to give you a 4-month bird's eye view of some of these stores. I'll give you a few of each brand. If you want more, there are over 200 of these sitting here. We're more than happy to unredact the information that we've hidden in order to protect the dealer's privacy. So let's go ahead and get started. The red line underlines the DealerLeads traffic line. Sessions is obviously how many users we sent in. We can look at the average engagement session time, minute and 17. We can look at events per session, 12.67 to the dealer's overall 10.8, a 74% engagement rate compared to the dealer's 49%. But this is not math that concerns the dealership, so to speak. This is math that concerns my AI overlay. This tells the AI that we're fishing in the right pond when we bring your inventory in, and the AI has learned your demographic and the areas in which you can sell vehicles and or increase your position. We're going to pay attention today to the event column. I've highlighted everything in a green box. This particular dealer, for ASC click to calls for the month of April, we delivered 173 first-generation phone calls off of VDP and SRP advertising only. Lead form submissions, 10 confirmed. The digital retailing tool, build a price, credit applications, we've completed 50. I want you to look at, and this is the only dealer we're going to do it for, but I want to show you how quickly we can ramp up to get your inventory producing. Literally, the minute we put it into our classified sites, the minute it gets published, it starts working. The sites already have customers in market. The minute we add your inventory to, you now become part of their selection. If the customer fits the vehicles that you have in stock, you get the call or the lead form or the build my price. It's literally that simple. You know within a matter of days whether or not we're producing. This dealer started on April 2nd. We put up a 0. On April 1st. And no, that's not an April Fool's joke. On April 2nd, he was already at 50 users. And it continued to grow. And it looks like now, as he got syndicated to all 24 websites, he's kind of stabilized at about 300 users a day. That resulted in all of those lead forms and phone calls that I just showed you. Okay, the pencil. It's why this deck has a pencil on it. You are going to laugh at my math, and understandably so. But in order to produce this deck, I had to standardize the mathematics. I have no idea what your appointment set rate is, your show rate, or your closing average, nor would I even attempt to. And since every dealership, every demographic, and every brand is different, I put up standardized math, and I invite you to use my big pencil to mark it down to what makes sense to your store. And at the end of the day, if it makes sense, we'll put your inventory in our classified sites today. You're selling cars tomorrow. It's that fast. I haven't given you some specifics in the math. Hard goal conversions for this dealership, 183. We've got a $4,500 a month spend. We delivered 7,700 customers. Those 183 verified completions, or the verified leads, 173 click-to-calls, 10 lead forms. That's how this math is calculated. The 50 retail tool completions are not calculated in the math below. This particular dealership had a lead cost of $24.59, and we averaged 58 cents per click. And now I'm going to burn through it. Here's another Chevy dealership, April as well. 97 click-to-calls, 12 form submissions, 4 click-to-chats, a $27.52 cost per lead, $1.30 CPC. On a $3,000 budget, we delivered 2,300 individual shoppers. Go ahead and take your pencil to the math. Here's another Chevy dealership, 380 click-to-calls, 380. 39 form submissions, 9 text form submits. Here's your math. $17 cost per lead, 80 cents cost per click. At 20%, our return on ad spend is 56x. At 10%, the return on ad spend is 28x. Go ahead and mark it down. Remember, this is first generation traffic that results in first generation exclusive leads on your own website. So be easy on the math. No, I'm kidding. Go for it. Take it. Okay, another Chevy store. Click to call, 75 for this store, 12 form submissions. Here's the math. $17 cost per lead, $1,500 budget, 1,300 shoppers delivered, $1.12 CPC. There's a Ford website, 14,000 total events, 60 click-to-calls, 8 form submissions. We've got a $22 cost per lead, $1.19 a click at the end. Holding it, if we look at it at 10%, we can estimate 7 vehicles with a $35,000 front-end gross calculated at 5 G's a car. My return on ad spend, 23x. Here's another Ford store. Click-to-calls, 178. 42 form submissions, $1,500 budget. This was a 4-month run. We delivered 6,500 customers on the $6,000 spend. 178 click-to-calls, 42 lead forms, so 220 total with a cost per lead of $27, 92 cents per click, and then standardized math for you to take your pencil to. Here's another Ford store, 106 click-to-calls, 11 form submits, $3,000 spend for 2,800 customers, 117 confirmed lead forms and phone calls combined, $25 cost per lead, $1.07 per click. 253 click to calls on this Ford store over the quarter. But let's take a second to slow down. Look at the disparity above the fold in comparison to below the fold. We don't even need to know who the name is when we look at the math. It's why I've titled this sales deck, Math Doesn't Lie. All I need to know is, what did I pay for this click? And what was my return? My closing ratio, my appointment set rate, the show rate, that's going to be individualized per my store. But if my cost per click for this conversion rate is equal to this, then it's time to reallocate budget, not spend more. We just need to maximize our dollars based on the math. Why? Because the math is accurate. It doesn't lie. Okay, we'll keep going. 25 form submits. Here's your math. $43 cost per lead, expensive. To my comparison, $1.04 per click. ASC click to calls on this Ford store, 37 completed. Form submissions, 18. And this was for 1 month of April. $1,500 spend, right at $1 a click. $27 cost per lead. First generation. Another Ford store, ASC click to call, 66 calls completed, 55 lead forms submitted, so 121 in total, a $6,000 spend over 4 months, $49 cost per lead, $1.57 per click. We'll do a GMC store, 90 click to calls, 453 lead forms submitted. This was a VDP campaign only, and it was magnificent. Cost per lead, $5.53. 18-cent cost per click. It was a hell of a campaign. Okay, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram store, 226,000. ASC click to calls, 32. ASC form submissions, 63. Click to chat, 41. Com submissions, 14. Retail process, 116. $4,500 spend, 3,300 clicks delivered. $30 cost per lead, $1.34 cost per click. Take the pencil to the math. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram store, another big boy store, I believe. ASC click to calls, 98. Form submissions, 173. Click to chats, 229. Again, look at the disparity here. Oh, sorry, lot links. It just drops off the map. Customer information in your sales team's hand. That is what we are looking at here. Bottom line. 478 retail Build My Price credit applications. $18,000 spent. 13,000 shoppers delivered, $1.38 on average CPC with a $33 lead cost. First generation. Another VDP campaign from a Nissan store out in Southern California. 536 click to calls in April alone on this VDP campaign. 225 form submissions on a $6,000 spend in 1 month. We killed it. $7.88 on the lead cost, 66 cents cost per click. We turned up the value and we launched everything we had in his territory. All in-market buyers, all within 40 miles of drive time. It was one of our best campaigns of the year so far. 1,400, here's his quarter report, same Nissan store. So you got the month of April and now you have the whole quarter plus the month. 1,421 click to calls on the same campaign. 408 form submissions. $24,000 spent. So this is a more accurate cost per lead rather than whatever the other one was, $5. It was a little low. $13 and at 50 cents a click. 1,829 documented customer information received on VDP and SRP traffic. You can't beat this. Here's another Nissan store. Click to calls, 96, 40 form submissions, 69 retail. Here's your math. $22 cost per lead, $1.17 on the CPC. Ladies and gentlemen, the classified sites, they just work. That's it. They just work. 212 click to calls in the quarter plus a month. 127 lead forms submitted. 442 build my price and or credit application milestones reached. Here's your math. $35 cost per lead, $12,000 spent over the 4 months, $1.34 CPC average. Take your pencil to the math. Here's a Toyota store. 111 click to calls. I mean, we are always just a few steps behind Google. Always. Same thing. Form submits, 23. $3,000 spend, almost 3,000 customers delivered, $22 cost per lead, $1.01 on the CPC value. 242 click to calls for this Toyota store. 80 form submissions. Looks like it's on the quarter, so 4-month reporting. $12,000 spent. 12,000 plus customers delivered. 322 confirmed. Customer information submitted. $37 cost per lead, 95 cents. Every dealership is different. Every demographic is different. Every area is different. I've done my best to give you a fair bird's eye view of the traffic that my classified sites produce. These are the industry benchmarks that we've used to come up with the math. We got it from Cox Automotive, Brian Pasha's company, Digital Dealer, NADA, and Dealer Socket. The difference is quality. It's exactly why our conversion rates are so high. When the customer is truly, truly, truly in market, they scour classified sites to find the best deal. When your inventory is sitting in those classified sites, it gives you opportunity. You just need more visibility. That's it. It's really quite simple. When we see the customer on 4 or 5 websites, looking at the same vehicle, the same color, the same trims, the same price point, we know he's going to convert. We can see it because we're analyzing 24, 25 websites, and most people are only analyzing one. Our data is more accurate. Our algorithms are more accurate. Therefore, our AI, when it delivers the right vehicle in front of the right customer, is more accurate. It's why we can get more conversions. Anyway, this is the end. I would love to get on the phone and talk about your store. I would love it. Please text me first. I get a lot of spam calls. It's almost impossible to answer. If you text, it will come through, and I will respond almost immediately unless I'm on the phone with a dealership. You want to do unredacted? I invite you to a screen share. Let's talk about your store. Once again, my name's Steve Tackett. This was Math Doesn't Lie. I hope you enjoyed this very analytic presentation. Everybody take care.